Many people know that copywriting is a crucial aspect of marketing, but how many of those same people actually know the ins and outs? Many beginners in the world of copywriting don't know where to start, as they fear that their lack of experience means a lack of expertise. In this video, I will cover 10 basic copywriting tips for beginners. Before watching this video, please give a thumbs up to this video and hit the subscribe button so that you will never miss any of my future videos. If you are interested in making your copywriting tasks 10 times easier, make sure you click the first link in the description to claim your free copywriting software with my 10,000 credits. This is your AI writing assistant, makes it fast and easy to write content for your blog, social media, website copy, and more. Okay, without any delay, let's get started. What is copywriting? In a nutshell, it's writing content that sells a product or service to potential customers. This includes everything from ads on TV and social media to emails that look like they came from friends instead of businesses, as well as any other type of written work meant to sell. Here are 10 basic copywriting tips for beginners. Tip number 1, know your audience. This is the first and most important thing you need to do. Who are the people who would be interested in buying your product or service? What makes them tick? This means that your copywriting will target a specific audience and speak directly to their needs, wants, and desires. For example, if you're selling makeup products, you'll want to target women who wear makeup and talk directly about their concerns and current practices. Tip number 2, be conversational in tone. People don't like it when they feel like someone is talking down at them or speaking over their heads. They also don't respond well to overly formal language, so keep things simple with your writing. Tip number 3, keep it concise. Don't be wordy unless you're absolutely necessary, and try to avoid business jargon that people outside of your industry might not understand. Use enough words so that what you say is clear, but don't use too many just for the sake of using more than necessary. This also applies to sentence length. If you feel like your sentences are getting too long, try breaking them up into smaller ones with bullets or numbers in between the different points. Tip number 4, don't be afraid of asking for what you want. People need to know that they're buying something before they will buy it, so make sure that there's no question about what it is that you're selling. If your product or service comes with a price, make sure to include pricing information in the copy of your ad or email or product description so people know before they click on something. If there's some kind of process for buying or subscribing, explain everything clearly and step by step so that there are no hiccups. Tip number 5, don't be afraid to use active language. Talking about what people do instead of things that just sit around doing nothing is more engaging and memorable. For example, don't say the dog barked. Say the schnauzer barked its head off. Tip number 6, sell benefits, not features. People don't buy products based on how they're made or what the label says. They want to know that it's going to improve their life somehow and provide value for them. Explain your product in terms of its usefulness and why people should care about it instead of just listing off its specifications. Tip number 7, don't be afraid of convincing copywriting. Just because you don't want to sound like a used car salesman doesn't mean that you can never use any superlatives or forceful language in your writing. People are more likely to respond well when they feel confident about the product being sold, so use words like perfect and amazing sparingly but effectively. Tip number 8, don't be afraid of emotional copywriting. There's nothing wrong with using feelings to sell a product, as long as you do it in moderation and don't go overboard. If someone feels sad or discouraged about not having the money for a product, remind them that it will improve their life and give a good reason why. Tip number 9, be specific. This is especially important if you're trying to sell something online or over the phone where people won't be able to pick up on nuance as easily as they might in person. If someone asks about your shoe sizing, say our shoes run small. If you wear a size 7, we recommend ordering a men's size 8. Don't just say it runs small because people will be left guessing and it'll take longer for them to make the decision about whether or not they want your product in the first place. Tip number 10, be positive. If you say that something might be the case, it will come off as far less persuasive than if you said that it will or even just is. People like to feel in control and empowered by their decisions, so give them lots of reasons why they'll be happy with what is being sold. Make them feel confident in their purchase, and you'll have a customer for life. I've covered the basics of what it takes to be a persuasive writer, so now all that's left is practice. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just keep writing as much as possible and see how quickly your skills improve with time. Good luck. In conclusion, the key to successful copywriting is knowing your audience. The more you know about what they want and need, the better off you'll be when it comes time to write that persuasive text. I hope these tips were helpful for you to get started. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know